Over the years, I've been blessed to connect with people from all walks of life. We come from different backgrounds, different cultures. We celebrate different traditions, hold different beliefs. But there's a common thread that binds us, a shared search for meaning, for purpose. It's the search for something bigger than ourselves, something that connects us to the divine. This search has led me on a journey of exploring the world's religions. From the sacred texts of Christianity and Judaism to the teachings of Islam and Buddhism, I've been touched by the power of faith. I've witnessed firsthand how faith can uplift communities, inspire hope, and guide individuals towards a life filled with purpose and meaning. It's this understanding, this deep appreciation for the power of faith that compels me to speak out today. Because something is happening in America, something that troubles my soul. We're witnessing a growing disconnect, a sidelining of faith in the public square. It's as if we're trying to erase the very values that have sustained us for generations. Values like love, compassion, empathy, forgiveness. Values that are at the heart of every major religion. Values that are essential for a just and compassionate society. This isn't about imposing any one religion on anyone. It's about recognizing the vital role that faith plays in shaping our values, our morals, our very understanding of right and wrong. It's about creating a society where faith has a voice, where it can continue to inspire and guide us towards a brighter future. When we look at the world around us, we see a very different picture. In many nations, faith and governance are not seen as separate entities. They coexist, informing and enriching each other. In countries like India, with its rich tapestry of religions, faith plays a central role in public life. From the Dalai Lama's advocacy for peace and compassion to the moral teachings of Hinduism and Sikhism, faith is woven into the fabric of Indian society. We see this same integration of faith and governance in nations across Africa, where religious leaders often play a vital role in resolving conflicts and promoting social justice. From the mosques of Senegal to the churches of Nigeria, faith communities are on the front lines, addressing poverty, promoting education, and advocating for the marginalized. Even in secular Europe, where the relationship between church and state has often been fraught, we see a growing recognition of the importance of faith in addressing societal challenges. Leaders are recognizing that faith communities can play a vital role in promoting integration, combating extremism, and fostering a sense of shared belonging. This global perspective is crucial. It reminds us that America's approach to faith and governance is not the norm. It's an outlier, an exception that demands our attention. Why is it that in a nation founded on the principle of religious freedom, we seem to be pushing faith to the margins? The United States was built on the idea of religious freedom, a beacon of hope for those fleeing persecution. Our founding fathers understood the importance of faith, not just as a personal matter but as a cornerstone of a just and moral society. But somewhere along the way, we seem to have lost our way. We've bought into this idea that faith and governance must be kept separate, that any mention of religion in the public square is somehow a violation of the separation of church and state. But this interpretation, this rigid separation, is a distortion of our founding principles. It's a distortion that has led to a silencing of faith, a pushing aside of the very values that have made America strong. This silencing isn't just happening in our halls of government, it's happening in our schools, our media, our public discourse. We're told that to be tolerant, to be inclusive, we must leave our faith at the door. That somehow our values, the values that have guided us for generations, are no longer welcome in modern society. This couldn't be further from the truth. At their core, all religions speak the same language, a language of love, compassion, and empathy. We see it in the teachings of Jesus Christ, love your neighbor as yourself. We hear it in the words of the Prophet Muhammad, none of you truly believes until he wishes for his brother what he wishes for himself. We find it in the Buddhist concept of metta, loving kindness extended to all beings. These aren't just religious platitudes, they are universal truths, timeless principles that transcend any particular faith. They are the building blocks of a just and compassionate society. When we sideline these values, when we pretend they have no place in our public life, we do so at our own peril. Because these values aren't just about getting into heaven, they are about creating a heaven on earth. They are about building a world where everyone feels valued, respected, and loved.